Hi, everybody. We are the Heart of Austin Homes team. I am Elise.
I'm John.
And we're here this month with the big Hot or Not for March 2019. Obviously, again, we can't give you the April 2019 one until the end of April because it's all the things that happen in March. And we don't know all the things that are going to happen in April yet. Okay, so I would just like to point out that in this room, we have an 8-year-old, an almost 8-year-old, our 6-month-old baby, one of our awesome buyer's agents, and our dog. Okay. I'm just saying there may be some noise.
People don't want to see what's behind the camera. There's like going to be a boom mic's going to come down in the middle of it. Like when that plank falls down in Star Wars.
We'll do a making of this video afterwards. It'll be good. Anyway, definitely crazy season out there. I'm not gonna lie.
At the beginning of the year, we're like, what's gonna happen this year? Maybe there's a recession coming. Well, it's not in Austin.
Yeah.
So like, it's still super hot out there. Stuff comes on the market, it's gone fast.
Yeah, they'll say like, oh, there's gonna be a recession this year, and then Google will announce a new office, and they're like, never mind, Austin's population is gonna have a huge surge.
I think most of the country is doing actually pretty well. There's no recession yet because we haven't had 2 consecutive quarters of decreasing GDP. But that being said, real estate's local, and Austin in particular is still doing great, at least from what we're seeing.
And as far as pricing goes, as much as Austin resents a lot of the crazy price growth that's going on, relative to most other,
Depends on who you are.
Metropolitan cities and fun cities in the U.S. to live in, prices are still. We'll do a whole market segment on that. On average prices in different cities and such like that.
Austin's still more affordable than Seattle or San Francisco or Denver.
Yeah, or even Atlanta is my understanding.
Well, I don't know the numbers on Atlanta, but I know the other 3.
Yeah.
I can confidently say more affordable than those.
So we like to present on Austin and South Austin and talk about what's active, and that's going to be stuff that's currently on the market. What's sold, obviously, stuff that sold in that month, and that's closed in that month. And then median sale price. Which is going to be, if you line them all up, this would be the one in the middle. So smallest price to biggest price, line them up in a line, pick the one in the middle.
Not the average.
No, because that gets heavily skewed by the $5 million house and things that get exponentially higher. And I believe if you do the average, it ends up being in the 500s.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because of those super high ones.
Okay, so let's get to the numbers.
Let's do it.
Okay, so Austin, 1,835 actives. As of March of 2019.
How does that compare to last month?
So last February.
So February this year?
February this year, 1 month ago.
7.1%. I wiped a little bit.
Did you wipe the point off? So it's not up 71%?
No, it's not up 71%.
So decimal points matter, people. A hand from the ethos.
This is why we have John on here.
From the Ethan. From the Ethan.
I've always been good at math. John is better.
Yeah. Or more anal, I guess, when it comes to this points.
Here's that, baby.
All
right. So between February and March, the number of actives, more people put their home on the market.
And some of that's seasonal too. Like it ramps up in the spring.
Some people kind of have it in their head that it's better to sell in the spring, and so that could definitely be the cause of that. How is it relative to last year, March 2018?
1 year ago.
You want to pull it up so I don't.
3 stickies. It loses its dramatic
because it was so
flair.
big. Chelsea's like, I want people to be able to read it.
Wow, look at that. Wow. My Owen Wilson. Wow.
Down 11% from last year for the same month. So there are, over 10% less.
Fewer homes to buy. So.
Yeah, homes.
That doesn't really surprise me though, because we're seeing shrinking inventory.
Yeah.
And even though it's coming up in the year over year, there's less to buy.
Well, and with everybody talking recession and everything like that, and then suddenly influxes of businesses and population, that you're gonna have less things available.
People to try and buy stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
But population's going up, but you still have fewer homes. It's one thing to prices.
Yeah.
It's not going down.
So let's talk about the sold ones. Since you're
sold
so
last
specific about
month.
It. Hey, you didn't even wipe the decimal point off.
22.2%.
Okay, so from February to March, there were more than a fifth more homes that sold.
Now that means that we went up by 7% in actives, but more than triple that amount sold. So again, compressing inventory.
Yeah. More than 45 different. So it was right around 900 last.
Scarlett is adding a little shake to the camera for us.
Scarlett,
thanks, sweetie.
Don't add shake. It'll just make people sick. Haven't you seen Blair Witch Project? No, you haven't, because we're decent parents.
Yes, thankfully.
Well, we try, at least.
All right, sold year over year.
All right, so between March 2018 and March 2019, the number of solds is down 10%. So last year for March, you know what it was? Is we had a crazy strong February of last year.
Yeah.
And so March was a little bit lower, just because it was so overwhelming in February, and then it popped right back up in April. So that might be a little bit of the cause of that. But very interesting that despite the fact that the number of actives is lower, there also is less actually being sold.
Yeah, and this is also for Austin. I think normally we go left to right, or switching it up today. We're going to go column to column. So
we
let's
like
do
to
Austin
keep you on your
first,
toes.
and then South Austin.
Okay,
next.
so median home price right now.
380. That feels bigger to me.
Yeah, 388,500.
Up 3.6% since last month.
Since last month.
Wow, can you imagine that? If you
But-
made 3.6% a month? Of course, it's not a linear model.
And
it's a curve.
nor would that be maintainable.
No,
over
but that's
the long
crazy,
run.
right?
Yeah.
And then, oh, there you go. 0.1% year over year.
You're
right?
basically the exact same median from last year to this year.
Yeah, so that's seasonality. Right?
Definitely.
When you even it all out. Right?
Totally. What was funny is we saw a relatively strong January, a kind of a little bit of a weak March, or sorry, a little bit of a weak February, and then March was when it started to skyrocket back up. April has been
Now, these
something
numbers
else.
are aggregate for all of Austin.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So that's a big space.
Now let's focus on South Austin.
Okay, disclaimer.
We work all over Austin. I mean, we've done stuff all the way up to Georgetown, all the way down to San Marcos, all the way out to Smithville, all the way out to, where's the farthest?
Lakeway.
And past, honestly.
But most of the stuff we do focuses south of 71, west of 35.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. That's, where we like to focus. But we'll work a whole of Austin.
But this is the kind
so-
of the cool part is like how it compares to the rest of the market. This is a
definitely.
special place. Like,
Yeah.
O2 and East Austin have been growing a ton. They're still growing a lot. Prices are going up. We're starting to see a lot more of that in South Austin now. So we're seeing new builds. We just bought a lot for a new build in South Austin, 78745, and I'll continue to be buying those because I like building. But we're seeing a lot of that activity start to push south.
Yeah.
So in South Austin,
And do you want to explain what South Austin?
I did south of 71,
Okay.
west of 35. 4 zip codes, but saying zip codes over and over again is just
We talk in terms of zip
Monotonous.
codes. Sorry about that.
so just south of 71, west of 35.
Look
Easy.
at that's just so normal.
Maybe normal people watch this or not. I don't
So
know.
258 homes available for sale in March of 2019, and
Since last month, up 6.2%.
up 6.2.
More
So
homes for sale.
not up as much as normal or Austin in general.
Tighter inventory.
But year over year, up 24%.
Wow.
So that's
A lot of people
particularly
starting to sell.
interesting.
Well, what it tells me is that you're getting a lot of appreciation and people are cashing
People are cashing out.
Right.
They're saying, I have tons of equity in my home.
Yep.
I want to go ahead and get that out and
Either
move
wanna
into
upgrade.
something smaller, something bigger.
Yeah.
I want to own my home in cash, so I'm going to cash out and get something smaller that I can own in cash. And people are doing
we
a whole
keep
variety
seeing
of
this.
things.
Like every time we do these, that's a big number.
Yeah, totally. Well, South Austin is just exploding. Okay, so number of sold. Note that this isn't that much smaller. So when you're talking about inventory, you're talking about if things continue to sell as calm yourself. That if things continue to sell at the rate that they're selling at, how long would it take for them to sell out everything that's active right now? So this is literally just barely over a month of inventory, 1.2-ish. This year, number of solds in March was 196, but compared to last year, which last month, sorry,
Up 39%.
up 39. Did I
Wow.
mention that March was hotter than February?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
Again, seasonality, that's a big jump for 1 month.
yeah,
That's like everyone's like, okay, let's go.
versus the year before,
Still
it's only up 2.1%.
Again, that point might be hard to see, but there is a decimal point there.
Yeah, decimal points are important.
Yep.
2.1% up from February to March.
Yeah, year over year.
All right, so note that the median sale price for South Austin is only now about 30K, 36K lower than all of Austin in general. And that includes, Tarrytown, SoCo, close in East Austin, Central Austin, Allendale, all of the priciest areas of town. Obviously, Westlake Hills.
So since last month, that number went up 5%. That's pretty good
So
appreciation, 5% a month.
Things are flying off the shelf. There's slightly more inventory, but things are selling even faster, and so prices are going up.
Now here's the year over year. This is a more important number. This is the one you can bank on with your account.
Yeah,
This is just the fun
This is
number.
the one that's actually relevant if you're thinking about selling your house. stats on 78744, we totally have those. We can go ahead and get you these exact same stats for 787.
And here we are giving Scarlett a problem about knocking the camera.
That was totally her. Okay, so we can go ahead and get you the stats on 78744.
Don't have them in this video.
We were just looking at those the other day for a client. So
I'm happy to get you those.
I'm happy to get them. Up 4%, which is
awesome.
like a maintainable, good, positive level of price
That's
growth.
still quite a bit. I mean, like, you look at like the historical average, and people say it's like 3%. You know, if you look over 100 years,
they say that 3 to 5% is maintainable.
Yeah.
And when we get into these
this isn't like
9
a
to
6,
15%,
7, or 8 or some crazy number like that.
There were some years of 9 to 15%, and that's just not a thing that can happen for forever.
And keep in mind, all of this is kind of like a linear sort of model thing going on. It really depends on what your house is. And like a really nice looking house in South Austin, I mean, we see them go on market on Thursday, they're sold by Sunday.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not uncommon.
There's one currently listed in South Austin, 78745 for 1.4.
I saw that one.
million.
That's this like funky little enclave west of Westgate.
Yeah.
There's like 5 or 6 houses over there that are really high end, and it's right next to a bunch of more modest homes in like the 300s. And that's interesting. It'll be cool to see if that moves. Because
it will be.
The next highest one in 4.5 sold for about $1 million over on Reese.
Yep.
Right, and then there was another one in like the 900s.
Yep.
Down a little bit further south. So it's very rare to see something in $1 million.
Well, and one that we helped sell right around that price point.
Yep.
In 78745.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see if
Can they do it?
that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a nice looking place. It's
South
modern.
Austin is.
It's concrete. It's got the big open rooms. It looks like Eon Flux designed it. Google it, and
like you can go ooh ah, and then you'd be like, no, I don't want to live there. That's sharp corners. Like,
I don't know.
All my kids would injure their heads on that.
They would learn real fast.
Yeah, in the ER.
Look, the baby made it into the video. How did that happen? You just couldn't help yourself.
Hey. Well, she started to fuss.
She did.
I'm her mom.
I know.
Anyway, guys, if you have any questions whatsoever, pass them our way. You can put them in the comments below. We would love it if you liked the video. And
there's one last thing I want to mention.
What? Do it.
We are trying to get 100 reviews by August.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So if you've ever done any work with us and you haven't given us a review, good or bad,
love it.
I don't care. I just want to hear what you think. We'd love to get a review from you on all of the big sites and stuff.
Definitely.
So we're trying to hit that. If you can help us out, that would be really nice.
Yeah.
Show them the room.
And if you have worked with us, but decided to hold off for a little bit, or have worked with us on a lease, or have worked with us in any capacity whatsoever, you could definitely still review us. We would absolutely love it. It means the world to us. It is amazing these days how many people choose their real estate agent by like Yelp review or Realtor.com review
it's a good
or a
source.
Zillow review. Right. I'm sure some people pay for them and those sorts of things. We just can't sleep at night and not be super honest about these things. But we would absolutely love it if you were up for reviewing us.
You said you would show them the room.
No,
I think
Scarlett
that was
wants us to show you the room. We're
you
so
do
not
want
gonna
to show you.
No.
It's covered with desks that are busy from work.
And like baby bins.
From
and
Kate and Ethan and
desks full
Cameron
stuff,
and Patty.
Maybe next
and
time. If you want
Chelsea,
us to show you the room next time,
we'll clean it before.
ask us, and maybe we'll show it to you next time.
The crazy office.
Okay.
Thanks so much, guys.
That's it for this time.
Have a good one.